coach, brother, bring him to the show. When it come down to it, who the GOAT? All you LeBron James fans, I want smoke.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's another edition of Everybody Hates Poke Radio. Been off the scene for a little bit, man. Serious topics going on. We had the election go down, but I'm here today to lighten it up, man. We're going to talk Pittsburgh Steelers football. We're at the mid-season point. We're 8-0, undefeated, only undefeated team in the whole entire league. The Steelers is looking good, man. Everything, the fans is happy. Everything from what I'm hearing is all about the Steelers and the Chiefs, who's going to the ball. So I wanted to give a mid-season report and just touch out on a few things, man. Number one, shout out to Joe Slack, man. We're going to have to get together, man. I wanted to holler at you after the Ravens game when we whooped that ass, but I was a little bit busy. But listen, man, if you're a Steeler fan, man, you should be excited and you should be happy. I'm excited and I'm happy, but I'm going to come through, man. I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why we should be somewhat concerned about how the rest of this season will unfold. Congratulations, first and foremost, to Mike Tomlin for securing yet another season where he will not have a losing season. I believe that he has the longest streak in the NFL, maybe with Don Shula and another coach, but that's rare air. To be 14 seasons in and never have a losing year. That's amazing. So shout out to Mike Tomlin. Guys, these are my concerns about the Steelers going forward. We're all happy, man. After last season's fiasco, after not having a quarterback, after suffering through Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges, we're all happy that Big Ben Roethlisberger is back. Our Hall of Fame quarterback. The best quarterback in Pittsburgh Steelers history is back. I, for one, I'm critical of Ben, man, but I recognize that we need Ben. I recognize his greatness. I know he's a Hall of Famer. But guys, ladies, gentlemen, Steeler Nation, Big Ben is at it again. Big Ben is at it again. The divisiveness. Big Ben and his buddy, offensive coordinator Randy Fichtner, are at it again. It's not good enough that we're 8-0. It's not good enough that we started off the first 5 to 6 games with a balanced offense where you really couldn't pick your poison. Is James Conner going to run for 100? Which wide receiver is going to hurt you? That's not good enough for these guys. Now, all of a sudden, they want to air it out. They want to go impromptu. They want Ben to draw up plays in the grass. This is pure stupidity. And fans do not buy into this stupidity. Listen, this has been being Ben. The last 2 games against the Ravens and against the Cowboys, our offense looked like trash. And then all of a sudden, we got into this impromptu offense where Ben can kind of just run a hurry up, and we did well with it. And after both of those games, Ben to the media, oh man, that was backyard football to the fullest right there. He had to let that be known. And then when Tomlin speaks to the media, Tomlin says, it wasn't quite like that. Do you see the divisiveness? Your Hall of Fame quarterback is saying it's one way, the head coach is saying it's another way. Let me say 2 things about that. The first thing I'm going to say is this. It would be a big-time mistake to give Ben the reins and let him do as he please. It's working because teams are not prepared for it. When you go to these hurry-up, no-huddle offenses, and they're not prepared for it, that means that they're just in a base package, whether it be their nickel or their dime, but they probably only got 2 or 3 looks out of that package. But if that's going to be your identity, if you're going to go to that full time, defenses will have all week to prepare for that, meaning that their nickel and dime packages will have more looks. So, I think that it's smart to continue to trust Finkner and Matt Canada, the quarterback coach. Trust them and go impromptu when needed. When needed. But do not give Ben the keys to the Ferrari, because it's not going to end well. It never does. We've been here before. We've seen Ben throw for 5,000 yards. Randy Finkner's first year as offensive coordinator, his buddy just handed over the keys to Ben. That year, we passed the ball more than any team in NFL history. Ever. Our balance, pass to run balance, was the worst in NFL history. Ben got his yards. And we were 8-8. And we missed the playoffs. That's a losing formula, people. That's a losing formula. What we need to continue to do is what we did in the first 5 to 6 games. Confuse people. Use all weapons. That means you got to run the football. Now that leads me to my second point. My second major concern. But before I get that, one more point. I just want to be sure. I just want to make sure that I'm making myself clear. Ben has created another civil war within the locker room and within this offense. This offense no longer has an identity. I want to remind you, the first 6 games, we had an identity. The first 6 games, our identity was pick your poison. We are very, very balanced. In the last 2 games, because Ben saved the day, and because he ran off to the media telling them how he created these plays in the dirt, we now have an identity crisis. I want to be clear about that. The Pittsburgh Steelers are an 8-0 football team that has an identity crisis. We don't really know who we are. That is a problem. But I want to make one point. Ben Roethlisberger has been to 3 Super Bowls and he's won 2 of them. He's never been on a Super Bowl team. He's never won a Super Bowl in which he led, in which he was the best player on the team. Ben Roethlisberger is a Hall of Famer. He is elite, but he is not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Tom Brady. He is not Peyton Manning. He's not Drew Brees. Ben has always been right behind those guys. And at this point in his career, Ben is an elite game manager. Now, don't dive in on me, because when you throw that word game manager out there, that tends to be an insult. But not when you are elite. He is an elite game manager. And he has the ability to take over a game. He has the ability to throw it all over the football field and throw for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. He can do that, no question about it. But the problem with Ben Roethlisberger is when you give him the ability to do that, he tends to throw more picks. He throws picks at the worst possible times, and he loves to throw picks on the goal line. So we got to rein him in a little bit. The other problem that we're having is run blocking, y'all. And this, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't get this fixed, we're not going to win the Super Bowl. We're not a Super Bowl contending team. Matt Filer has been awful, plain flat out awful. Every time I see him pull, I cringe, because he is always late and he actually blocks the guy right into the runner. Guys, I don't care if it's James Conner. I don't care if it's Benny Snell. All right, it doesn't matter who the running back is. If we don't have run blocking, we're not going to beat nobody. Sorry, guys. This is my son. If we don't have run blocking, we're not going to be able to run the football. There's no holes. There's no lanes. There isn't. James Conner has done enough in this league for us to understand that if he has an opening, if he has a hole, this guy can produce. I'm not into blaming running backs. when they're not producing, and I can clearly see that the offensive line is not blocking. And I can't stand when people do that. I can't stand as fans when we do that crap. All right, guys, give me 1 second. That's my son at the door. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, guys. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm speaking on the running back issue. All right, I'm not a fan. I can't stand when you guys criticize running backs and you know that the line is not blocking. I can't stand that crap, man. I cannot stand that. All right, but the run blocking has to improve, or this isn't going to be good. This isn't going to be good. Let's go to the defensive side. We had a major injury with Devin Bush at linebacker. We did make a trade, and we brought in an elite level linebacker, Anthony Williamson from the Jets. I'm personally very excited about that pickup. We've seen Robert Spillane come in and make some big time splash plays and be productive. But I also seen Tennessee and the Ravens attack him relentlessly. A lot of times, man, when we look at the stats and you see that Robert Spillane had 11 tackles, you might look at it and say, man, this guy played a good game, especially considering the interceptions, the touchdown, the hit on Derrick Henry, which was a beautiful hit. But guys, look at the results. And how many times did we see Spillane just chasing down people and he wasn't athletic enough to actually make the play? Way too many times for my eyes. So I welcome a guy like Anthony Williamson. Spillane will give us some more depth. Either way, whether Williamson or Spillane, it gives us some more depth, and we need that. When it comes to the defense, man, we have an elite level defense. We need to fix the run defense, but I think that will be fixed once Tyson Alualu comes back. But that overall is my concern with the Steelers defense is health. I mean, look, man, we had a bye week in our third week. We got to play 13 straight weeks. We got to play 16 straight weeks if we want to go to the Super Bowl. So I am concerned about health and depth. But that is really it, health and depth. But we have a couple of positions on that field. If someone gets hurt, we are in big time trouble. For one, corner. If Joe Hayden gets hurt, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. If Tuitt or Cam gets hurt, we are in trouble. All right? So overall, I'm happy with the defense. We're playing fast. We're playing real good football. I look forward to improve with Anthony Williamson coming in. But health is a concern. Guys, let's talk about the good things. I don't want to focus on the bad. Let's talk about the good things. I'm happy about our wide receiver room. Our wide receivers look, oh man, I like what I'm seeing. We, in my opinion, have a top 3 wide receiver room in the National Football League. Top 3, easily. I'm happy with what I'm seeing with Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't like how they're using them. I don't like that. But they have decided to put him in the slot, and basically he is the dirty guy. He is the dirty guy. But I like how Juju has responded. There's been no crybaby in him. He's a warrior. He's out there playing football, running people over, getting all the tough catches, has a good attitude, has taken the role as leader of that room. He mentors Chase Claypool, which is interesting because Deontay Johnson is actually older than Juju. But Juju is the elder statesman in that room. I would like to see Deontay Johnson be more consistent. Chase Claypool is a rookie. It is what it is, man. You're going to see some exciting things from him. I remember the game after he scored 4 touchdowns. We thought that he was the new number 1 wide receiver in the room, and he was just going to be Randy Moss. Guys, it just doesn't work that way. It don't work that way, man. It don't work that way. All right? But he's coming along and he's doing the things that we need him to do. We know that he is a future superstar. I've seen enough to know that he is a future superstar. The wide receiver room, interesting enough, is so good that I'm sorry. I don't know if Juju's going to be coming back. I don't know. Juju's on pace for 90 to 100 grabs this year, on pace for 8 touchdowns and close to 1,000 yards. But I'm not sure he's going to come back because we got too much talent in that room. I'm liking the young talent. I'm liking the rookies that are making impact. We got 3 rookies that are making big-time impacts with Chase Claypool, Alonzo Highsmith, who had a big-time interception to change the trajectory of the Baltimore Raven game. And, Kevin Dotson on the line. I would love for them to put Dotson in and get Fowler the heck out of here. And I want to see more Anthony McFarland. Guys are bringing up these running backs, Benny Snell, all this. I want to see more Anthony McFarland. Guys, going forward, my prediction. This is very simple. I think that the Steelers have a good chance of finishing 14-2, 15-1. I believe we will lose a game. That's with no injuries. If we can be healthy, if we can stay healthy, health is our issue. If we can stay healthy, I think we have a good chance of being a good football team. And if we can rectify the Civil War, what are we going to do? Who are we going to be? Are we going to be Ben's team or are we going to be balanced? But I will tell you this, though. Take nothing for granted. Enjoy every game, but take nothing for granted because this season could end in a disaster. This season could fall off for us so very quickly. If we get the wrong injuries, this season could turn into a disaster. And what it would look like is a lot of close losses. A lot of close losses. Because right now we're winning close games. The wrong injuries, you're going to see a lot of close losses. If we decide to give the keys to Ben Roethlisberger, we're going to see some close losses. We're going to see some interceptions on the goal line. That's what we're going to see. Guys, we got Cincinnati coming up, the Bengals. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but upset alert. Upset alert. The last 2 games, the Steelers have squeaked out W's. We're not playing good football, and we have a civil war. And Cincinnati is not a joke. This kid, Joe Burrow, he's official. He's official. This game has upset written all over it. But I ain't made my prediction yet, but I'm just letting you know that I am leaning towards the upset. Guys, we're 8-0. This is the NFL, man. Enjoy every victory that you get. Mid-season, we're undefeated. We put ourselves in a good situation. Let's win the Super Bowl, baby. Oh, man, I gotta go, man. It's 12:05. My Miami Hurricanes is playing Virginia Tech. Son, put on that Miami Hurricane game. Please like, share, and subscribe.